So for all my other gearboxes, I've been using spur gears. Spur gears are very easy to understand. One gear interacts with the next gear like so. They're also very easy to calculate. This gear has 60 teeth, this gear has 40 teeth. Take the 60 divided by the 40 and that'll be your gear ratio. Now, because of this, I was limiting myself. It turns out there are actually more efficient gear sets that will actually be more likely to give me the results that I want. And the gear set that I found is most promising would be Planetary gear sets. So here is a Planetary gearbox. Now this tiny little gearbox here is actually a 4:1 ratio gearbox. So for every one turn I do on this black crankshaft, the output shaft will do 4 turns. What's amazing about Planetary gears is the input and the output shaft are perfectly in line with each other. This gives them some very useful properties in lots of applications. They're also more efficient than spur gears, which is great because one of the reasons my gearbox have been locking up is because they're not very efficient and they have high friction upon each other. So I decided to design my own Planetary gearbox, and this is the one that I came up with. Now the one I've designed is a 10:1 ratio gearbox, and here's all the parts for it. So in the Planetary gearbox you have 4 main components. This is the annulus gear, then you have the carrier which all the gears sit upon, then you'll have planet gears, and inside of all of that, sun gear. So a Planetary gearbox can have any number of planet gears. I chose 3 for this one as it made the most sense to me. So the planet gears go onto the carrier like so, and the sun gear goes in the centre. So the planets orbit the sun. So you then add another part to the carrier group to seal it on both sides, and you put it inside of the annulus gear, like so. Now there are 3 ways of having an input or an output from a Planetary gearbox. You either spin the annulus gear, you spin the sun gear, or you spin the carrier. Now on my one I decided that spinning the carrier was the most sense. So this is a 10:1 gearbox, so for every 1 spin of the carrier, the sun gear will spin 10 times. And this takes little to no friction. So what's special about this is I can have 3 of these stacked on top of each other, and that would give me a 1000:1 ratio gearbox. Now this is an incredible amount of gearing, and it would only be this tool, say. Now I believe this is definitely the way forward for my gearboxes because it will give me insane amounts of gearing for not a lot of gears.